Hello, welcome again to my channel. It is 4:45 and today I would like to take you for a one-day trip to two Egyptian historical locations. Now we are sitting in a minibus or a van, the group of up to 10 people, and we are heading southwest of Safaga or southwest of Makadi Bay to the first destination, which is called Abydos. But before that happens, we will have a short stop to have a rest in this cute rest station with very nice name, unusual name. Have a look here at the roof. It's called Cleopatra. So at this rest station we spent maybe 20 minutes. We grabbed some snacks and you can buy some special drinks here of Western production, maybe fakes, maybe originals. I don't know how to say. And it was not crowded, not many people. It's early in the morning, and during that time I was observing the surroundings of the rest station, and I found this. It's maybe some farm or I don't know, family house with camels and some special engine here. Looks like maybe some pump for water or well, hard to say. It was pretty noisy and very authentic. So we are coming to Abydos now. That's the first stop. Abydos is a historically important site, and it is considered one of the most important archaeological sites of ancient Egypt. The sacred city of Abydos was the site of many ancient temples and was the burial place for the first kings of unified Egypt. Nearby there was also a pre-dynastic cemetery with hundreds of graves. So you can have a beautiful view now of the whole complex, and you can find such details on Google Maps and you can play a bit with that. Abydos was one of the most important religious sites to ancient Egyptians. We are approaching the visitor center where we will receive some short introduction or explanation from our guide, a very smart guy with detailed historical knowledge. As I mentioned, Abydos was one of the most important religious sites to ancient Egyptians, and much like modern Muslims hope to complete a pilgrimage to Mecca at least once in their lifetime, ancient Egyptians would have hopes to visit Abydos, which for them was strongly associated with the entrance into the afterlife. So this is the important place, Temple of Seti I. The temple Abydos is notable for the memorial Temple of Seti I, who was a pharaoh of the Egypt in the 19th dynasty. The temple contains an inscription from the 19th dynasty known to the modern world as the Abydos King List or Abydos Table. We'll come to that a bit later. And the table itself is a chronological list showing cartouches of most dynastic pharaohs of Egypt from Memes until Ramses I, Seti's father. It is a list of the names of 76 kings of ancient Egypt found on a wall of the Temple of Seti I. The L-shaped Temple of Seti had a terrace, multiple courts and chambers, 2 pylons, as well as 7 chapels. The temple is made of white limestone. Now, as you see, we are receiving again a lecture, a detailed historical lecture from our guide. Although there are several temples constructed here, the largest and the most significant is known as the Temple of Seti I. That's the one we are in right now. Seti I was the father of the great Ramses II, who actually completed the construction of the most of the temple after his father's death. The temple contains also small chapels dedicated to each of the major gods. Many of the wall reliefs inside are preserved, and the reliefs towards the back of the temple, completed during Seti's reign, are considered to be among the finest in any temple throughout Egypt. We spent maybe half an hour with the explanation with the guide, and then we had enough time to walk just by ourselves, enjoying the sight, enjoying the place, the atmosphere, taking pictures, taking videos, and it was really a great time. Maybe just enjoy for a while now. I will not speak too much. Yeah, you see, this is the Abydos king list or Abydos table with the names of 76 kings of ancient Egypt. It's a very monumental thing. And this is almost at the end of the tour of the temple. Yeah, we had some fun with these pupils, the kids walking around, and as you see, they could not omit stopping at us. And this is the place which is not so much crowded with tourists, so it's pretty well for local visitors. So the kids were surprised by seeing tourists and also their teachers. So we had fun with them, taking pictures, and our wives felt like celebrities. So it was really nice. And the kids enjoyed. It was something which maybe they do not see every day. So funny. And you will see something similar later, but we'll come to that. And this is Osirion. It's connected to Seti's temple. It is an enigmatic underground chamber connected to the Nile River, constructed from enormous blocks of stone. Its date of construction and purpose are still under investigation. The Osirion is the symbolic tomb of Osiris, created of red granite and sandstone. It was discovered only in 1902 by British Egyptologists. After lunch, we are moving to the east, to the second site, to the second location, close to the town of Qena. We were escorted by a police motorcycle. It's just something which sometimes happens in Egypt, that you need to be escorted or guided by the police car or police motorcycle. And we are passing through the streets of town or city of Abydos, very authentic. You see dusty streets, very simple, some tuk-tuks, and the atmosphere which you can find only in Egypt. I do not have too much footage from the villages because the roads were too bumpy and rough. So it was shaking too much, so there is not so very good footage from that. So this is the best part I'm showing now. So again, we are moving to the second site, to the second location, which is called Dendera. Dendera, again, you can see in detail. Dendera is a temple complex located about 2.5 kilometers southeast of Dendera, and is one of the best preserved temple complexes in ancient Egypt. The entirety of the complex is surrounded by a sizable mud brick wall you can see on the previous snap. We are looking at the main temple now, and we are approaching the main building or the whole complex. Again, there are more buildings, more valuable things to see. I really enjoyed these boards with detailed information. That's really incredible. You can read a lot and you can have a look at the map and find your way to the right places. In the northern entrance, there is the gate of Domitian and Trajan. That's the one you can see now. It's a monumental gateway constructed by Trajan, as well as Domitian, who was another Roman emperor. To the right of the entrance, we have a look now. It's the Roman Mamici, which is a subsidiary building dating to the reigns of Trajan and Marcus Aurelius. The meaning of Mamici is a small chapel attached to a large temple. So you can see again the information here on the board. The Dendera complex was the center of the cult of the goddess Hathor. This is the main part you can see. Hathor was a major goddess in ancient Egyptian religion who played a wide variety of roles. Again, there is another board here where you can find details and pictures. Hathor was also regarded as a goddess of healing, and this is evident in the presence of a sanatorium in the temple complex. Here, pilgrims would come to be cured by the goddess. The Temple of Hathor is one of the most well-preserved sites in Egypt today and is an excellent example of traditional pharaonic architecture. The Temple of Hathor was built primarily during the late Ptolemaic dynasty, which was a period of Greek rule in Egypt, especially during the reign of Ptolemy XII and Cleopatra VII. The existing temple structure began construction in year 54 before Christ. However, construction of the temple was completed under the Roman Emperor Trajan, we mentioned already earlier. Although built by a dynasty of rulers who were not native Egyptians themselves, the design of this temple has been found to be in accordance with that of other classical Egyptian temples, with the exception of the front of the hypostyle hall. You will see that one later. The hypostyle hall, which according to an inscription about the entrance was constructed by Emperor Tiberius. So the whole complex consists of more buildings. There is the Hathor Temple, Temple of the birth of Isis, Sacred Lake, which was a source of water for sacred rituals and for everyday use, and then the last one is Sanatorium. This one is the hypostyle hall, which I mentioned just a few minutes ago. Beautiful colored ceiling, beautiful columns, really historical site. There are also some crypts, and in the Hathor Temple's subterranean tombs contain 12 chambers. The crypts reportedly were used for storing vessels and divine iconography. An important artifact that shouldn't be omitted here is the sculptured Dendera zodiac, but that will be at the very end of our tour. I will now leave you just enjoying the atmosphere of the mysterious past of Egyptian pharaohs. And very soon we'll be approaching the Dendera zodiac that I mentioned a minute ago, which is a widely known relief found in a late Greco-Roman temple containing images of the zodiac system still recognized today. In 1820, the original of the zodiac was removed from the temple ceiling by French colonizers and later replaced with a copy. The original is currently on display at the Louvre in Paris. So that's the end now of the temple, and we will walk or climb to the roof, and there is this sculpture or this zodiac I mentioned already. Yeah, it's a copy. It looks like original, but you wouldn't recognize, but it's a copy. Original is in Louvre in Paris. And we are almost at the end of our trip. Last view from the roof of the building of the temple, and last meeting the locals who enjoy taking pictures of exotic Europeans. We really had a lot of fun with this, taking pictures. So the guys, the young people enjoying, smiling, so they will remember this for long, I guess. And now we are really leaving the place. Just goodbye to the locals. You were so sweet. So we are leaving the place, and just maybe last thing to conclude the whole trip. I would say if you want to visit a place of historical value in Egypt without any crowds of tourists, so this is really the right place to go, both of these two locations. So now we are almost leaving, and as everywhere, these assertive merchants or salesmen trying to sell everything. They would sell even their mother, I guess. So, but we are at the end of the trip, leaving towards the hotel, maybe 3 hours of drive. Now in the streets of Dendera or Qena, I suppose. We will be crossing the bridge over the Nile River, and there is a sunset coming very soon, and we are almost at the end. So guys, thank you for watching my video, and looking forward to meet you soon. Thanks, goodbye.